It's no secret that I'm into a lot of nerd shit, but it might come as a surprise to a lot of you that anime really isn't one of them. I know, there's a bunch of really cute anime figures here, but what I actually mean is that I haven't really ever delved deep into anime. I've maybe, dipped my feet in here and there, tested the waters, but never really gone all in until now. I'm jumping in, I'm going down the anime hole. That's right, I'm gonna start watching more anime, but I have a few strict rules. 1. I'm only allowing myself to watch between 2 and 3 currently airing series of the season at a time. I don't have enough time for any more than that. And 2, I am going to also only watch one backlog series, something that's already finished airing that has a complete run that I can, sprinkle in here and there. Currently that show is Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, but I'm pretty much done with that in a couple episodes. So we'll see where I go from there next. Okay, so now that I've cleared that up, let's jump right into what I'm watching the spring 2018 anime season. First up, it's Persona 5 The Animation. I'm a huge fan of the Persona series as a whole, so of course I wasn't going to miss another anime adaptation of one of the games. It's the whole reason I have a Crunchyroll subscription now. I wanted to watch this show in simulcast. I'm 4 episodes in at this point, and really, P5A is just fine. The reception of the previous anime adaptations is a bit mixed. The Persona 3 movies are pretty damn good, but Persona 4 and Persona 4 The Golden Animation, people seem to go back and forth on those a lot. I personally like them, and I think that's what's going to be the main decider whether you're going to vibe with P5A or not. If you weren't a fan of P4A or P4GA, you're probably not going to like this. Persona 5 The Animation has some rough edges. The battle scenes feel static and kind of boring. The all-out attack animations are an eyesore, and Ren's personality isn't really shining in the same way that Yu Narukami's did. But that isn't going to stop me from watching the rest of the series. The Persona anime have always felt like they were supplemental content, something that just exists for the sake of existing. Less of a perfect adaptation of what makes those games great, and more of a little extra something to give fans. And I think that's perfectly okay. Persona 5 was my favorite game of 2017, and seeing it as an anime series is enough to keep me interested. I just hope they smooth out some of those edges as we go along. And because I would be remiss without mentioning this, the opening and ending themes for the anime are so good, as expected for any Persona related thing. Shoji Meguro and the Atlas sound team do amazing work.
Look how far we've come, found her on the last stage, we'll light shine the sun.
Next up, we have Crossing Time, or Fumikiri Jikan. Now, honestly, I am not sure if I would recommend this show to anyone. I'm just going to say that up front. It's a short-form anthology series. Each episode is about 3 minutes long and deals with a different set of characters waiting at a railroad crossing. Like everything else I'm talking about today, I've watched 4 episodes so far. They range from a cute story about 2 girls talking about their crushes, to a brother and sister who only speak through text messages, to a kid obsessing over the hot girl in class in a pretty creepy fashion. At its best, it's mildly entertaining, and at its worst, it makes you question why you're still watching. I chose to pick up Crossing Time because of its short episode length and being labeled as a slice of life anime, which I would probably consider my favorite genre. But honestly, I'm not really feeling this show. I really don't have much else to say about this show, it's just kind of there. I'm gonna stick to it to the end because it only takes 3 minutes of my day, and I think there's only like 7 episodes in the entire series, so it's not a lot of effort on my part. But to anyone else who is maybe thinking about it, maybe pass. There's other stuff you could watch. The last show I'm watching this season is Hinamatsuri. Hinamatsuri is so goddamn great. It's one of the funniest things I have seen in recent memory. But let me back up a bit. When I dropped money on a Crunchyroll subscription for Persona 5, I thought, if I'm paying for this service, I might as well watch something else besides this one show. I decided on Hinamatsuri after watching the trailer, and it's quickly becoming one of my favorite things ever. Hinamatsuri is about Hina, a young girl with supernatural powers who drops in on the life of Nita, a yakuza. He takes her in and has to deal with all the antics that ensue thereafter. But that's just the very basic premise, the setup for a bunch of hilarious punchlines. Hinamatsuri is a comedy, and like most comedies, it's either gonna gel with you or it isn't. In my case, it's 100% up my alley. Hinamatsuri is absurd, but it delivers its absurdity with such a straight face. This show is presently giving me so much joy that it's hard for me to sit down and break apart why I love it so much. I'll say this, its comedic timing is incredibly on point, and the animation supports the hilarious character interactions perfectly. Just take a look at some of these amazing close-up cutaways.
何それ
And of course, the characters themselves are what sell a lot of this. There's Hina, with her deadpan face and tone, Nita, who not only has to handle the crazy situations he's put in, but also learn how to nurture this father-daughter-like relationship. And then you have someone like Hitomi, who is a middle school-aged bartender that gives life advice to Yakuza. That is just funny in itself. You don't need to write a joke around that, and yet they do, and it's always hilarious. Hinamatsuri is just great. The manga's still ongoing, so I really hope that they pick this up for more than just this one season, because stopping this show at 12 episodes would be a crime. And there you go, that's what I'm watching this season in my first true venture into anime. I am excited for what's to come, and you can bet your butt that's going to be more of these videos as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Now go watch some anime.